Multiple people have tried to give me a solution to how we can improve All-Star Weekend, but I came up with two that just might change everything for this weekend in particular. But before we get into that, make sure you guys drop a sub on the channel. Hit that like button. It really helps. And also let me know what y'all think about these two that I came up with down in the comments. Follow me on all social media platforms at OGTheBeast_sports. Y'all already know how we getting down. Now, let's get into this, right? First and foremost, the All-Star game itself was better than I've seen in recent history, right? I love the new format. 4 quarters in the game, different games being played, split amongst 3 different teams, the Stars, the Stripes, and the World. That in its own right adds a different element to the All-Star game. What it does is makes this shit competitive. Because now it's like you got something to represent. Before, it was just East and West, and these guys can just play for fun, and nothing really matters. And now it's the OGs versus the new cats versus the world. Kobe Bryant said it best. Y'all better be real careful. Be mindful of what the future is about to bring when it comes to the rest of the world outside of the United States. Guys are getting real good. Back then, back in the 90s, back in the 2000s, the outside world couldn't sniff our sneakers in the United States. Now, if you pay attention to what's going on, 4 out of the 5 top 5 players might be international guys. Think about it. Joker, Luka, Giannis. You could put SGA. He's Canadian. A lot of the better players in the league are not from the United States. That's scary, y'all. So adding the element to where now it's basically U.S. versus the world, and you got enough talented players to represent the world to really, really give it a push. Not only enough talented players, but let's keep it a buck. The best players in the world might not be from the United States anymore. So now the United States is the one with the chip on their shoulder like, look, we still big bro. So you put the OGs, you put the young cats, and you put the world all against each other for one trophy. That initial situation right there in its own right is enough to spark a competitive nature that we haven't seen in the All-Star game in over a decade, right? Then you add the 4-quarter shit. I rock with it, right? Wemby came out here and set the tone. AE made it very clear why they started to play hard from the jump. Wemby was out here blocking shots, playing defense. He like, no, this ain't a typical All-Star game. And to me, that's what needed to be had when Kobe Bryant passed the torch to LeBron James. The guys that are the future of this league need to step up and set the precedent, set the tone. People, when I posted a video on social media, people like, OG, you landing in hard on LeBron James. Why everything got to be about LeBron? Everything is always going to be about LeBron James, no matter how you slice the pie. He's one of the greatest of all time, and in a lot of y'all eyes, he is the greatest of all time. He's been representing the NBA for over a decade as the best player in the world, consensusly. So, yes, when something goes good, it's LeBron. When something goes bad, it's also LeBron. Heaviest is the head that wears the crown, and he labeled himself the king. So now you got to take whatever smoke come with that. That's why I'm putting this on LeBron James' shoulders. The dunk contest, garbage. Why? Because he didn't enter it. Nobody takes the All-Star game serious. Why? Because he doesn't play competitively and let his team know, hey, East, the West has known to be better than us for years. We coming out here, we beating ass, we playing defense, we grabbing rebounds, we going coast to coast. We're coming out here to play hard. Establish a foundation. Once LeBron James sets the tone, people will follow. I remember when they was in a bubble and all of that shit popped off with Milwaukee. Pat Beverly said when they had the meeting, they looked at LeBron and said, look, Milwaukee say they not playing. Are you playing? Because if LeBron ain't playing, we ain't playing. That's the type of power he possesses in his right hand. So, yes, when shit is going south and it's under your watch and your leadership, we're blaming you. That's why. It ain't about, OG, you be on LeBron heels. You a Jordan fan. That's why. It ain't got nothing to do with that. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And let's keep it a buck. This was refreshing to watch. This all-star game was refreshing to watch. Now, if we pivot to the entire weekend, that's a different conversation because the weekend in itself was garbage outside of the three-point competition. The skills competition, I don't think there's anything we could do about that. Either you into that shit or you not. But as far as the dunk contest, the last 10 participants or winners of the dunk contest have been no-name Joe Schmo wanna blow. We haven't seen a good dunk contest since Zach LaVine. Let's keep it a buck. Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon was the last great dunk contest we've seen. That arguably could be the greatest dunk contest of all time. Something has to be done about this. And I think if we scrap the entire dunk contest in general, what we should consider, one, I've heard people say 1v1. I don't think the players will buy into that. Part of the reason why a lot of these guys say they don't want to participate in the entire All-Star weekend is because they're using this as a break, as a getaway, and they don't want to overstress their bodies with the game on Sunday and then the dunk contest on Saturday and a whole bunch of other shit that comes with it. So I think if we involve something that's less taxing to their bodies, because you know this generation's soft, so if we involve something that's less taxing to their bodies, I think players may consider it. 1v1, I don't think players will consider it. Egos will get involved, right? Players can get shamed when they lose. So I don't think 1v1 is logical. I don't think the players will be intertwined in that. What about horse? What if some of the greatest tricksters get together and they play a game of horse? I think the fans would be extremely entertained if Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving played a game of horse against each other, or put 3 or 4 guys out there and play a legitimate game of horse. Or if horse is too long, call it NBA, to where it's 3 tries instead of 5, right? Who wouldn't want to see Steph Curry shoot a full court 3-pointer and try to have everybody else emulating that, or they get a letter? Luka Doncic's trick shot ability is amazing. Who wouldn't want to see that? Right? I think horse would be better than a dunk contest and what we've been getting from that. Another thing, if you don't want to involve the NBA players, why not involve the developmental league players, the G League guys, right? Let's call the G League guys up for that 1v1 tournament or for a 3v3 tournament, a 2v2 tournament, preferably 1v1, because they got everything to prove. And these guys ain't afraid if they lose or if they win. They'll be playing with a chip on their shoulder. But as the world works, you have to add some type of incentive. What would be the incentive for having G League players, the best G League players in the league? Let's say we do 1v1. Let's say we bring up 10 of the best G League players, like 10 of the best G League players. Have these guys play 1v1 for a 10-day contract, or for a contract that extends for the rest of the season, since we already halfway through the season at the All-Star break. The winner of the 1v1 competition, or even a knockout, we could play knockout, right? The winner of knockout or the 1v1 tournament gets a contract for the rest of the season to the worst team in the league or some shit like that, or a team of their choice, and teams get the bid for him if he's good enough. But I think if he's good enough, he probably would have got called up already. So let's say like the Jazz or some shit like that. Like the winner of the 1v1 tournament gets a contract for the rest of the year to join the Utah Jazz, the team with the worst record in the league. I think that's something that they would be like, yo, we'll ball out for that. I get to join the NBA. Whether they keep him after that season is up to them, but for the rest of the season, you get to play for the Utah Jazz, a team that's already tanking, a team that already has no playoff aspirations. They're looking for a draft pick. Let one of these young guys come out here and hoop and see what he can do. You never know. If you add some type of incentive in it, guys want to see competitive basketball. That's all. So a 1v1 tournament with the G League the superstars of the G League or a game of horse with the NBA players. It's not taxing on their body. You can have a lot of fun with it. You can joke around with it. Hey, say what you want to say, but those are my 2 ideas for how to improve Saturday night. And, of course, keep what we did Sunday. Let's keep what we did Sunday. But as y'all all know, my name is OG the Beast, man. Like, follow, subscribe, do whatever you do, whatever platform you're watching this video on. I enjoy every engagement possible. If you enjoy sports debates, right, great takes, make sure y'all hit that sub button. And as always, OG out. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that sub button. Also, drop a like on the content. And while you at it, check out these 2 videos you see on the screen. OG out.